and welcome back to another video. I am so glad you are here. On this channel, I talk about news, controversies, and drama on the bookish side of the internet, and I certainly hope you will stick around. So in today's video, I will be discussing yet another Kickstarter, but this one is quite a bit different. So this one covers a book box that is causing a lot of people to rethink purchasing from this company. So LitJoy is a shop for readers launched in 2016, which focuses mainly on special editions and book boxes. While not solely featuring books from the fantasy genre, most of them do tend to be from the fantasy genre and sci-fi, which, makes a lot of sense because those generally have a lot of imagery that can be easily turned into art. From their website, what is LitJoy? LitJoy is a one-stop shop for book lovers. We offer several products. Shop. Head to LitJoy's shop for a wide selection of one-time products for readers. This shop is curated for readers of all ages. Licensed author collections. LitJoy is proud to work with amazing authors in bringing you officially licensed merchandise for your favorite book series. Special edition books. LitJoy's special edition books include features like new covers, designed page edges, illustrations, and bonus content, and the to-be-read book box subscriptions, where you can get different levels, different things in your book box. And they also have their own collection of classic literature works with beautiful covers. Prices for the books they offer range from $15.99 for a paperback edition up to $199 for special edition box sets. I don't know if they have had more expensive ones, but this is, for their current offerings. They also have a reward system like many other companies do, where you earn a point for every dollar spent, and then you can redeem them for coupons to use on the website. That will be relevant later, so just hold on to that. LitJoy also has a monthly membership called Lunicorns, which grants you first access to new products, pop-up discounts all year round, access to a members-only store, and access to a private Facebook group. Lunicorn's monthly membership, there's Lunicorn's 6 months membership, and Lunicorn's annual membership. Either way you pay for it, it always comes out to $10 a month, but you also get basically the amount that you pay, you get back in store points. So you're basically breaking even, but the company's obviously, assuming that not everyone is actually going to use those points before they expire or whatever. So that is kind of, I think, how they get around that. But either way, just based on this graphic alone, you can see what a great value it is to join if you enjoy what they have to offer, and if you actually end up using their points, then you break even. So given that this is a well-established company, it's a bit curious that they would launch a Kickstarter to begin with. They have the customers already, and one would assume LitJoy has done research into whether or not this would be a successful product for them. So why couldn't they just do pre-orders like they normally do? Well, here is what they had to say about that. Why Kickstarter? We chose Kickstarter because it allows us to go bigger, bolder, and more immersive than traditional retail ever could. We're bringing fans stunning new in-world cover designs, exclusive author annotations and never-before-seen content, premium upgrades like sprayed edges, foil details, and hidden Easter eggs, Kickstarter-only rewards. By backing this project, you're not just pre-ordering a box set, you're helping shape what it becomes. Every stretch goal unlocked, every backer milestone reached brings new content to life. This collector's edition is only possible with your support. Kickstarter's all-or-nothing model means we have to reach our goal to make these dreams a reality. See how it says every stretch goal unlocked? Well, in the time between me taking the screenshot and me scripting this video, it now says this. Stretch goals. You'll notice we're not doing stretch goals this time, and here's why. Creating a full color edition is already a massive undertaking, and our entire focus is on doing it right. Every page, every illustration, and every production detail matters. Rather than add extras or overextend the timeline, we want to keep the focus on the book itself and deliver something truly incredible. Bringing this edition to life is the goal, and thanks to your support, we're making it happen. So once again, why bother with the Kickstarter? Just let people pre-order through the website, make it an exclusive thing that, once pre-orders close, you won't be able to get it anymore, and then do all the other items as add-ons. I don't get it. So let's talk a little bit about the campaign. So Illuminae Files 10th Anniversary Collector's Edition box set. The Illuminae files in full color with brand new covers and author annotations housed in an exclusive slipcase. And they have 961 backers. They did, at least when I took this screenshot, when it had 6 days left to go. and they have almost $40,000 over what they needed to pledge. Classified transmission. 10 years ago, the Illuminae files redefined what young adult sci-fi could be, told through hacked documents, redacted transcripts, glitched AIs, and heartbreaking courage. This award-winning trilogy became a modern classic in the genre and a fan favorite across the world. Now, to celebrate its 10th anniversary, authors Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff have teamed up with LitJoy to launch a limited edition, fully reimagined collector's box set, available exclusively through this Kickstarter campaign. This is more than just a reprint. It's a transmission from the past and a mission into the future. Why this edition matters. The 10th anniversary edition is designed for true fans, the ones who cried with Katie, fought beside Hannah, and stared in awe and terror at Aiden's chilling mercy. We've poured our hearts into making this feel like an artifact from the universe itself. Then it tells us the book features. That is what it looks like. These are the covers of the 3 books. Signed by authors Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, includes Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio, and the bonus novella Memento, redesigned covers. And then it lists the tiers. So tier 1 is newbie, which doesn't come with the book, which is very strange. I mean, this tier costs $30 and you get a coin and 2 art prints. And just like you might be thinking, I did think like, oh, okay, so like it's just assumed that we know the book's included. But then if you look at tier 2, it's the coin, the art prints, and then also the book. So really, that's like, this book costs $170 is what they're saying. Then there is another tier, $235. There is a $300 tier, and that one only had 50 people even able to back it. So anyways, here is like the hype video for the campaign.
This is Amy Kaufman.
And this is Jay Kristoff. If you're receiving this transmission, it means the footage has been found.
Years ago, we wrote the Illuminae files. We had no idea what would happen next.
People sent us theories, stories, fan art, some even got tattoos. Readers opened up these files and got lost inside.
We saw the future coming, but we never predicted how much these files would mean to people.
Truly, these books have the most incredible readers, and we have loved spending the last decade with you.
So, for the 10th anniversary of the Illuminae files, we wanted to put something really special together.
We've both worked with LitJoy before, and they have created some stunning special editions and collectibles, including Jay's Nevernight set.
We wanted to celebrate 10 years of this story in a way that's never been done before, so LitJoy has colorized this 10th anniversary set.
And Amy and I had an amazing time adding hundreds of annotations inside.
There's also a collector's edition with a slipcase worthy of the files within.
And Kickstarter exclusive collector's coins and art prints, and you even have a chance to get your name onto the casualty list.
So here's where you come in.
The Kickstarter is live right now, so be part of Illuminae's history.
And get your hands on this incredibly beautiful edition.
Then pledge now, because once this mission launches,
there's no going back.
Do you think we could be actors? I think we could be actors.
Kaufman, we could definitely not be actors.
So I think this looks so cool, and I'm not even a fan of these books. I don't know anything about them. But as you can tell based on the production value of this video, the company is putting a lot into this special edition. So while this seemed like an amazing project to back, some folks were not so happy with how this was being done. So this is from Reddit. LitJoy's Illuminae Files Kickstarter is enraging. LitJoy launched their Illuminae Files Kickstarter today, and I'm actually enraged at how they've handled this. This isn't a rant about the design, by the way. A lot of people were not into the cover design. It's about their shady business practices and lack of transparency around the launch of this Kickstarter. The first thing is that LitJoy doesn't have any stretch goals for this Kickstarter. If that's the case, why even put this on Kickstarter? That's the whole point of the platform. That's the one perk they offer over everything else. Did they do it just so people couldn't use their points, coupons, and gift cards? If so, that's so messed up of them. Furthermore, consumers are charged more for this because LitJoy has to share a percentage of their sales with Kickstarter. But the cherry on top, they had previously confirmed that they would be doing stretch goals on the initial Kickstarter launch, but they've now removed this wording from the page. Also, did you know LitJoy is reusing old art cards from 2019 as part of the perks for this Kickstarter? And they aren't crediting the artist either. The enamel pin is old too. I guess this would be fine if they just disclosed this fact, but they didn't. It would still be disappointing, but at least they'd be honest. I'm just so mad that this is how they've decided to conduct themselves. I don't think I can support this Kickstarter in good conscience. I'm sorry I needed to vent a little about this, but I also think this should be known by as many people as possible so buyers can be informed. WTF, what is the point of a Kickstarter if not for stretch goals? This really does seem shady. I truly don't understand why it's on Kickstarter. I was fine with it, but not excited when it was first announced because it would have had stretch goals and such. Now I'm just annoyed. Wraithmarked does books and sets on Kickstarter and has stretch goals, so their reasoning of focusing on the books is just dumb. Also, why is there no book plus slipcase only tier? I don't want $30 worth of reused character art and a coin that I'll immediately lose. The only benefit anyone is receiving from it being on Kickstarter are the 50 people who got the top tier. Well, this is LitJoy's first Kickstarter, and they've really bungled it. Usually LitJoy doesn't have stretch goals because they just sell sets directly from their website. However, this time they've used Kickstarter, which is a little different. Kickstarter is a crowdfunding platform that allows a company or individual to create a campaign to fund a project. Each project has a base goal to get it off the ground, and then after that, they usually have additional stretch goals to increase the quality of the product or the addition of fun little incentives, like a plushie. For comparison, here's a Kickstarter from Wraithmarked. At the bottom, you can see the stretch goals they created for when they reached certain fundraising milestones. LitJoy isn't doing this, so they basically put this on Kickstarter for no reason. It would have been cheaper for everyone if they just used their own storefront. This includes LitJoy themselves because they have to share some of their revenue with Kickstarter, whereas they wouldn't have had to do that on their own website. It's just a baffling choice, especially after they had promised to have stretch goals for the Kickstarter previously. An established book box company going through Kickstarter will always be sketchy as hell to me. Just sell pre-orders through the shop or don't do it at all. Yeah, very weird decision because they are literally already set up to release special editions. I'm convinced they did so customers couldn't use the points they've accumulated to get a discount. Maybe, but they kind of motivated that by offering 200 points to backers, which could then be used in the future, though that's still not their normal for 1 point per dollar. So, total speculation, but there is a part of me that suspects this might be a big reason why they did Kickstarter. If you purchase from them often, you could potentially get this set for extremely cheap, excluding shipping, if you had the $150 reward coupon, which is the highest amount they offer. And it definitely seems like they really wanted to avoid people doing that. So this was LitJoy's explanation for why they choose to use Kickstarter that was only posted after people were already upset about it. In response to feedback on our Illuminae file project, we hear you, and we're taking these concerns to heart. Today we held a company-wide meeting to ask ourselves some important questions. One of our biggest takeaways was how we can do better in responding to concerns with more timeliness and transparency. We truly appreciate your patience while we work out bumps in the road. Stretch goals. Originally, we entertained the idea but decided against it, knowing that stretch goals can add an extra layer of complication to a project. We have limited resources and we're dedicating our focus to the core tier offerings. That just doesn't make sense. Like, why though? Shipping estimates. We apologize for this oversight. We're rushing to provide shipping estimates on the Kickstarter page as soon as possible. Now, these are heavy hardcover books, so in my opinion, a rough estimate of shipping cost is something that I'd want to know before committing to this project. Why Kickstarter? Honestly, this felt like the project that could come alive on Kickstarter. With so many diehard Illuminae fans out there, Kickstarter presents an amazing way to not only reach more people and encourage new fans, but also to gauge support for the project on a platform that is well known. Why not your website? That's well known to the people that use it. This is also an opportunity to focus on the anniversary celebration and to share the spotlight with the authors Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff as opposed to just selling a LitJoy product. Past products. The art prints offered feature a mix of 3 brand new artworks by Jay Sketch, yet to be revealed, and 4 artworks by Niru Sky, we released as part of the 52-card trading card set that has long since been gone from our online store. Many of our audience members never had the opportunity to purchase the trading cards, and never before has this artwork been available as 5x7 art prints. The enamel pin is such a terrific design by Azura Arts, we wanted to make it available to a larger audience as an add-on to the campaign. It is not a Kickstarter exclusive, and we thought it added a fun spark for Illuminae fans. We've always been a company that is willing to try new things, and we always will. We are committed to learning and growing and appreciate our customers' feedback. The LitJoy team. So pretty much the only Kickstarter exclusive thing is the book itself. Everything else has either previously been available or is going to be available in the shop. In my opinion, an established large book company should never be using Kickstarter. Sorry, but there's literally no protection for buyers over there, and Kickstarter flat out warns you're not guaranteed the product. Some banks will not do a chargeback against Kickstarter because of its upfront warnings / contract terms that you're not technically buying a product, you're donating to manufacturing / development, which may or may not result in a product. Wraithmarked does it because they're a tiny indie company publishing indie titles with limited funds and profits. LitJoy has the money to just flat out do this series as a non-monthly special edition, and it's honestly off-putting that they're offering less buyer protection for this super popular series than Book Addiction AU, which is a single person endeavor. That's a very similar kind of book box thing, but in Australia. Yeah, their why Kickstarter didn't really give me an answer to why. How does doing this on Kickstarter allow it to shine? Just advertise it via the authors and publishers and other avenues if it's all about getting the word out. You can gauge product interest by taking pre-orders the way they usually do. They still are not actually addressing the why Kickstarter part. Reaching more people does not really have that much to do with Kickstarter itself. It is much more word of mouth and ads that you could do with or without a Kickstarter. Instead, they are forcing people who have supported them for years, as well as new customers, to buy at an inflated price to account for Kickstarter fees with no ability to use points / rewards to lower the price. Also, I feel like I never hear about Kickstarter things till after it happens. I believe their books are the most pretty most of the time. I just don't trust LitJoy. The shipping dates are just never respected or told, and you cannot ask for a refund. So, like someone mentioned on Reddit, another company called Wraithmarked has had several successful Kickstarter campaigns. So, let's take a look at the most recent one. So, here we have Marie Brennan's The Memoirs of Lady Trent, Omnibus Volume 1, Illustrated Deluxe Edition. And it's already done with the pledges, but I guess you can do a late pledge. 1,113 backers pledged $154,546 to help bring this project to life. And you can see the story, why they decided to do, the story of the book, and then why they decided to do that, why did they do that, the money that covers their production costs, and then what they're going to do when they hit the goals and the stretch goals. You can see they're very thorough in what they're going to show you. You can do the pledge over time thing if you need to change your pledge. Everything is very transparent. You can see exactly when things were upgraded. Bookmark upgrade, book paper upgrade, additional interior art, And over here you can see the different tiers. So for $10 you can get a bookmark and add-on access, and then $95 you get the omnibus, the bookmark, add-on access, all of this stuff. So you can see how it goes, and this is really cool. This company sticks to indie authors, and there's all the add-ons, and I don't know, I really think that this is what this is made for when it comes to publishing and books and stuff. This is what you should be doing with it. In addition to that, LitJoy is a much larger company with over 30 employees, whereas Wraithmarked only has 4 employees according to LinkedIn. So it makes a lot more sense for a much smaller company to need some of the overhead up front to make their special editions. Plus, they actually do the stretch goals. So shipping has often been a huge issue with LitJoy, from outrageous costs to taking months to actually ship. A lot of folks have had very negative experiences in this aspect. So this is a timeline for a previous special edition of the book King of Scars. The updates go in reverse chronological order, so it's going to look a little weird on the screen. I'll be reading from the bottom of the page up, so FYI. On May 7th, 2024, we wanted to thank you for your pre-order of the King of Scars annotated special edition box set. Prepare to dive back into the enchanting world of the Grishaverse with Nikolai Lantsov, Zoya Yalensky, Nina Zenik, and other familiar faces as they navigate the complexities of power, politics, and magic in this thrilling duology. The estimated ship date is late fall 2024. Spoiler alert. June 3rd, 2024. We are still on track to ship your King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set late fall. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. June 26th. Your King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set is still expected to ship late fall. We can't wait for you to delve into this special edition. July 15th, 2024. We still anticipate box sets to start shipping late fall. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. August 7th, 2024. We wanted to give a quick update that the production of King of Scars is still on time. August 29th, 2024. King of Scars box set are still on track to ship late fall. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. September 19th, 2024. Great news! We're still on target to ship your King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set late fall. October 1st, we wanted to check in and let you know that we are still on track to ship late fall. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. Oh, plot twist. October 18th, 2024. We wanted to inform you that unfortunately, there is a change in our estimated shipping date for the King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set. Due to the intricacy of the slipcase, production is taking longer than initially anticipated. Not to worry. We are continuing our ongoing quest to bring you the most stunning and immersive box set possible, and expect to have this breathtaking duology to you in late spring. We apologize for the delay, but assure you we are taking this time to bring you a special edition box set with all the quality and detail you have come to expect from LitJoy. November 7th, 2024. Our estimated shipping date for the King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set is still currently set for spring 2025. We can't wait for you to revisit Nikolai, Zoya, and more in this stunning duology. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. January 13th, 2025. We have a quick update on the shipping timeline. While we initially estimated early spring, the new estimated timeframe is late spring to early summer 2025. We're so grateful for your understanding as we work to ensure every detail of this box set is absolutely perfect. February 11th, 2025. We are still on track to ship late spring/early summer 2025. If you need to update your shipping address, please fill out the address change form here. King of Scars, March 12th, 2025. King of Scars special editions are coming along. We are scheduled to ship summer 2025. If you need to update your shipping address, say it with me guys, please fill out the address change form here. And finally, on June 5th, it says 2024, but it's not. We wanted to share an update on your King of Scars Annotated Special Edition box set. At this time, we're estimating it to arrive in late summer 2025. We know this has been a long wait, and we truly appreciate your continued patience. Crafting an edition worthy of Nikolai, Zoya, Nina, and the richly layered world of Ravka has taken time, but we promise it will be worth it. Thanks again for your ongoing support and trust. And this is far from the only shipping issue that they've had. So this person posted LitJoy new shipping costs and how they handled it. Hi everyone. I'm just so extremely upset at LitJoy and was wondering if I'm the only one or others might feel the same. Last week, I was trying to calculate the rough cost of their upcoming set so I can be ready to buy, and noticed their prices for shipping costs is now doubled. I got a set from them in December, and shipping was $50-ish USD to Australia, and now it's over $100 USD for the exact same set. I double-checked my emails, checked Lunacorn page, etc., to see if there had been an announcement on the shipping rates changing, or maybe they changed companies. Absolutely nothing. So I posted in their Lunacorn page a genuine question asking if this is a glitch or the shipping rates changed. They declined the post with no explanation. They only let posts that are sunshine and roses through. I find this extremely unprofessional. Just accept the post and say the shipping rates increased or whatever. Anyone else thinks being transparent to your customers is much better and much more appreciated than just ignoring them? Another post had this to say. Sometimes I think LitJoy thinks we're dumb, or maybe it's them playing dumb. The latest shipping update email for Stolen Air says still on track to be shipped late spring, early summer. But before that, they said late spring. And before that, they said spring. And before that, they said winter. What is even on track about this? Fully expecting the next one to say still on track to ship early summer, late summer. Someone says, great news, we'll be shipping later than we originally stated. Let me guess, the slipcase was more complex than we expected. I've seen that excuse too many times. If slipcases are this hard to design that it significantly delays the books each time, either plan that into the original timeline or stop doing them. Note, I don't know if this set even has a slipcase, just seen them use this a lot. So as of December 7th, 2024, LitJoy could no longer ship to the EU. And this fact was not well communicated for those who had pending orders. Luckily, it only lasted about 6 months, and they announced their comeback with this Instagram post. LitJoy shipping update. We're coming back to most of Europe. After many months of research, paperwork, and back and forth with customs authorities, LitJoy is thrilled to announce that, beginning today, we'll resume shipping to much of the European Economic Area. On the blog, you'll find everything you need to know about where we can ship, how taxes and duties work going forward, and how to ask for your country to be added next. And once again, this was not communicated well, and it was very frustrating for those who use an expensive forwarding service to be able to get these books. And that whole most of the EU thing is not exactly accurate. Please resume shipping in Hungary. I saw the email, got excited, only to be disappointed when I saw that my country is not listed. Just for the record, you haven't included even half of the EU, so most of is a bit of a bold statement. Let's hope we won't wait another half year for Greece and the rest of the EU to be added, if they actually do, because the email survey is not very promising. We are a small market compared to other countries. So now on to the actual reason I have summoned you all here today. LitJoy sent the following email out to backers about a week ago. Dear backers, we want to share an important update regarding shipping for our Illuminae Files 10th anniversary Kickstarter. Our partnership on this project allows readers in the world to back the campaign, as long as the box sets are shipped to addresses within the United States or Canada. Due to publishing rights and territorial restrictions, LitJoy has been asked to limit direct shipping of the box sets to those two regions. The global enthusiasm for this special edition of the Illuminae Files has meant the world to us. We truly wish we could send it to every reader ready to return to the unforgettable journey of Katie, Ezra, Aiden, and the rest of the crew. While no one enjoys hearing about limitations, we truly appreciate your understanding. Since your backer surveys won't go out until closer to the ship date, we don't yet know if any backers will be affected by this news. To ensure you're able to receive your project, we ask that all backers, it cuts off, but that is the gist. So I am going to go ahead and direct your attention back to one of the first things they said about why they made this a Kickstarter. We chose Kickstarter because it allows us to go bigger, bolder, and more immersive than traditional retail ever could. We chose Kickstarter to help share this project with as many people as possible. It's not just about funding, it's about building excitement and letting the community be part of bringing it to life. We're bringing fans stunning new in-world cover designs, exclusive author annotations and never-before-seen content, premium upgrades like sprayed edges, foiled details, and hidden Easter eggs, Kickstarter-only rewards. The part I was really trying to focus on was there at the top where, we chose to share this project with as many people as possible. How is this allowing readers all over the world to back this campaign? I guess I could back it, but they're not going to get anything out of it. Now, I understand that this is an issue of book rights in other countries, but I think it's unacceptable to just now be telling this to customers. And before anyone says, maybe they didn't know until right now, why? That seems like a pretty important thing to know before planning a huge project like this. And at least people still have time right now to cancel. At least this wasn't announced after the campaign was completely finished. And people have a lot to say about this. Aussie Book Dragon says on Threads, the irony of LitJoy doing their Illuminae set as a Kickstarter to reach a larger audience and do fancier things, only to say, JK, partner says it is US/Canada only. How do you not have the confirmation of which countries you are permitted to sell to until a week before the Kickstarter ends? Is that not one of the first things you confirm, especially when the authors are Australian? Anyway, now I'm debating how badly I want those annotations and full color interior. Those are the main reasons I wanted LitJoy's set specifically. I'm also watching to see if enough people pull out that the project will no longer meet its goal. It's dropped quite a bit already. I'm still waiting for a Caraval full reveal as well. I don't know what's going on over at LitJoy HQ, but not good things right now. That is another book series that is being released, and it is a kind of mess over there. Oh, not revealing full mock-ups before sale time is pretty normal for them, honestly. It's a bit odd when they were asking such a high price versus fairy loot sets. Either compete in the market fully or bog off. I don't have time for this flim-flam, always having to check for updates. I am literally flabbergasted by this oversight on their part, and it's a huge one. Huge. It's one of the most important things that's going to impact their potential backers. Here are some of the comments directly on the Kickstarter page. This is absolutely devastating to me, particularly as an Aussie. We hardly ever see Australian authors get the recognition they deserve, and now we can't even get their books in Australia. I was literally so excited for this project. I've been waiting ever since it was announced, and I happily backed one of the highest tiers despite the conversion rate sucking, Because not only do I love these books, but I wanted to support them to do this project their way, even if it didn't work out in my favor. But now, unless this is remedied, I'm going to have to cancel my pledge because I simply can't afford or justify the extra cost of having these books forwarded to me from the US. I get that things happen and sometimes it's not anyone's fault, but this just really sucks and it's genuinely upsetting to hear. I contacted LitJoy after the backer announcement and just wanted to add to anyone who does read the comments outside of the US and Canada that there is an option, albeit costly, in using a shipping forwarding service that gives you a US address and forwards to your UK address from there. I'm waiting for a response about estimated package sizing to be able to calculate what these additional shipping costs would be. But for anyone who really doesn't want to miss out, like me, it's worth researching the best service for you to do this. I have got a response from LitJoy and they do allow us to use forwarding addresses. Yay! Now it is up to us to do our research and acquire an address. Will you update us if you get box dimensions and weight? Someone else, incredibly disappointed this information wasn't either said sooner or mentioned as a possibility. Upsetting that 2 Australian authors couldn't make these editions available to Australia. Definitely put a dent in my ongoing interest in LitJoy and the authors. And you can see below those comments are removed because the person canceled their pledge. Wait, are you for real with this update? Shouldn't that have been addressed before? What happens if you now end up below the goal because everyone outside the US and Canada cancels? I'm so disappointed in this. I was looking forward to these books and now huge disappointment. I keep coming to check how much it's gone down because I wondered about this too. I knew it was over 1,004 this morning, so a few have. I'm probably also going to cancel my pledge, but you can't see the comments in the shipping updates if you're not a backer. So I'm not blaming this whole thing on LitJoy as far as the shipping restrictions, but I am blaming them for not figuring this out before launching the Kickstarter. Because not only is it completely disappointing to those outside the US and Canada who were excited to back it, but for it to be sprung on them with only a few days left in the campaign is a really bad look. And in addition to the shipping timelines and locations they can ship to, LitJoy has also been known to charge an insane amount for shipping. Before I get any comments saying they don't control the shipping prices, I know this. It's how they handle it that I want to discuss. LitJoy knew shipping costs and how they handled it. Hi everyone, I am just so extremely upset at LitJoy and was wondering if I'm the only one or others might feel the same. Last week I was trying to calculate the rough cost of their upcoming set so I can be ready to buy and notice their prices for shipping costs is now doubled. I got a set from them in December and shipping was $50 USD to Australia and now it's over $100 USD for the exact same set. I double-checked my emails, checked Lunicorn page, etc. to see if there has been an announcement on the shipping rates changing or maybe they changed companies. Absolutely nothing. I posted in their Lunicorn page a genuine question asking if this is a glitch or the shipping rates changed. They declined the post with no explanation. They only post that are sunshine and roses through. I find this extremely unprofessional. Just accept the post or say the shipping rates increased or whatever. Anyone else thinks being transparent to your customers is much better and much more appreciated than just ignoring them? Well, if there's one single thing that I try to impress in all of my videos, it is that communication is the most important thing. I've only ordered from LitJoy 3 times, but I've been really disappointed with their lack of transparency. I ordered the Throne of Glass bookshelf alley back at the end of August. They said it would start shipping at the end of November. I got an email mid-January that it may finally get to them and start shipping in April. No option to cancel, no offer of a discount on a future purchase, or anything to offer goodwill. That was my second purchase from them. My third purchase, and so far final purchase from them, was an in-stock item, not a pre-order, that took 21 business days to ship. Oh, they are horrendous with their time frames. Look at their King of Scars set. It's a joke. That was the one that I just read you about. It's crazy. Doing pre-orders makes me nervous anyways, since credit cards only give you so much time to dispute a charge. I'm SOL if anything happens to the company or if they just never fulfill the order. So obviously I can't confirm that that's true, but if it is, it's crazy. A 100% increase in price is wild, and additionally the no sense of urgency in the shipping process. So we know it's not like these books are getting overnight delivery and that's why the price is increased. Here's another example. Did LitJoy change their shipping? Screenshot with the box set of We Hunt the Flame for $100, and then we can see shipping $80.32. I was checking out the Sands of Arawiya duology, and this shipping was legitimately a jump scare. The FOTA set was around $30 for me, so why has it increased so much for this set? Holy shit, do you live on the North Pole by any chance? Book boxes have lost it with these shipping prices. What's always crazy to me is that as someone that owns a small business and ships all over the world, a package has never cost me $80 to send. I see this a lot with book subs, and most of the books are made in the UK, so shipping is like barely £5, but even with the weight, it would not cost $80 to ship. Damn, that's the most I've seen on shipping for books, and I've done orders from the UK to California before that didn't cost that much. When this set first became available for pre-order, the shipping cost for me in Canada was $45. I didn't buy it because that's way too much for just 2 books, and I just checked what it would be now, and it's $55. So shipping costs have definitely gone up. Again, reiterating that the prices of everything have gone up, yes. And I'm not saying LitJoy should necessarily be blamed for these massive price hikes, and I know that books are heavy, but it's the lack of the transparency that troubles me. Additionally, I did go and look up what services they use. In the United States, they use USPS, and for international, they use DHL. And the prices that I came up with, I don't want to put it out on here because it's nothing serious. It was just me looking for my own curiosity. But for DHL to ship from the US, like an 8-pound medium-sized box, was around, I think, 100 something. And then same thing in the United States, it was about 60, I think. And so add to that I'm sure, without a doubt, these companies have deals with the shipping companies because they do such huge amounts of business with them. I'm sure they get better rates. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, yeah, they are comparable, I guess, to what me as a regular person could find on their websites for the calculators. But I just don't think that is what these companies would be paying for the same thing, if that makes sense. So one more thing that I kind of can't get over is the damage policy. Now, this is not exclusive to LitJoy because comparable companies like Owlcrate and Fairy Loot also have similar policies, but I still don't like it. So from their website, books are considered damaged if the book has a tear or dent bigger than 2 centimeters on the cover, tears on the inside that extend into the text are considered damage, books that have water damage, books that should be signed and are not, and books missing text. We do not consider a book damaged if pages or the dust jacket have folds or creases, the top or bottom of the book spine is folded in, dented corners, uneven or oversprayed edges, scratches on any part of the book, binding is still holding all pages together, the ink has variation in the grayscale, the foiling is scratched on the book or dust jacket, bubbling in the foil, wavy pages, any print on the covers, spine, sprayed pages, or inside pages are off-centered. Now, here's the thing. I get that there has to be a line somewhere and that they can't be expected to replace every book that has a page corner folded, but if I'm paying upwards of $50 for a special edition book, it better not have wavy pages. And everything on this list about sprayed edges is ridiculous because that's part of why a lot of folks order these special editions to begin with. Foiling scratched, bubbling in the foiling. People often purchase these books for display, but who wants to display a book with scratches on the cover and then you can't even exchange it? So, to bring it all back around to why I became interested in making this video, the Kickstarter backer period ends in 40 hours from this recording. So I want to get this posted sooner than that, but I will make a community post to let everyone know where the Kickstarter ended up. I've heard from others that backed it that before this announcement, it had around 1,005 backers, and as of when I started tracking the situation, there were 978. So we will see what the final number ends up being. I did see that some non-US and Canadian backers are waiting till the last minute to cancel, just in case something changes. So who knows? Okay, so now it's time for our indie author feature. For this edition, I'm highlighting Kassidy VanGundy, a dark fantasy and nostalgic horror writer, which is a genre I had not heard of, but I'm very into the idea of. She writes a lot of technology-based horror, which is one of my favorite subgenres, and her first series, Descendants of the Damned, which includes books Cursed Fate and Wicked Breed, really drew me in with a super unique premise. I mean, an Instagram-obsessed princess who is cultivating her following for the betterment of her kingdom. So cool. Sign me up. She's also written 2 short story collections, both of which I will be purchasing. Cursed Images, Scary Stories from a Child of the Internet, revolves around the toys and tech of the early 2000s, and its sequel, Cursed Images, Social Media Madness, is full of memes and pop culture references from the 2010s. These sound perfect for all of the chronically online millennials like myself. So down in the description will be a link to Kassidy's social media along with where you can purchase her books if these sound like something you'd enjoy. Don't forget that indie authors are a vital part of the bookish community, so make sure to show your support wherever you can, even if that just means a follow on social media. If you'd like to be featured in the Indie Author Spotlight, I do have a form linked down in the description. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more just like it, make sure you are subscribed. I do also have a Patreon if you're interested in supporting me over there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!